And Gordon and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On second down, it's Coleman. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On the draw play, Coleman. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Ravens, they'll take over. On 1st and 10, Watson being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now Watson. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. On 1st down, Watson.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. And this one complete to Reed.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Watson. This will be caught by Brown. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Watson on 1st down. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
56.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson to the right side and complete to Hurst. The numbers for him from a week ago. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
They'll run with Scarlett. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Jordan Scarlett, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Watson now to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Here's Watson. That one was hard to fathom. They were in the dime. They had 6 DBs back there. They still lost it.
Great word, because I'm right there with you. I don't understand how they couldn't pick him up. But don't be surprised next week early, there's some extra people in the locker room. Maybe a tryout or two for those guys who missed him.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. On first down, it's Watson. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. To throw is Watson. And an alley to run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson got a man. It's Brown. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
Neward under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sione Takitaki came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw is Jackson. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson completes it to Coleman. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's third down. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a first down throw, Watson. It's complete to Brown, right side. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On first and 10, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
They need to stop to get back into.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 91 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Tack McKinley, his 2nd sack of the night. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Now Scarlett. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They turn to Scarlett again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. On the draw, it's Scarlett. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Joe Hayden there to bring him down. 2nd and 5 now. Watson, man open left side is Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll run it with Scarlett. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And Detroit getting set to go now. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys pretty big here to begin quarter number 4. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson on the screen. This is Coleman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down. And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll bring this goes all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he goes out right around the 39. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The Lions on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Coleman on the draw. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They will start the drive with Scarlett. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. This is Scarlett on the carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a give here to Scarlett. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And Watson's going to throw it here. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Joe Schobert in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Here's Watson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the handoff, it's Scarlett. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for